Hey everyone, welcome to the Proud Geek channel. These are your news for today. Square Enix finally announced that the first downloadable content for the popular game Final Fantasy XV, released late 2016, will be coming on March 28th. The first DLC will focus on the character of Gladio, though we don't know much more at the moment. The chapter related to Prompto, the second DLC, should also hit the PS Store in June, but no official date have been done yet. We remind you that Final Fantasy XV was acclaimed by players, but was also highly criticized because the story wasn't deep enough and that too many things were left unexplained in the last few chapters of the game. Also note that a Combat Pack DLC is coming at the end of February for those who would like to dress up their characters differently during the combat. Personally, in relation with these DLC, I also thought that Final Fantasy XV was missing something in terms of the storytelling. The game was good, it was a good Final Fantasy, but the story was not up to what I would expect from a Final Fantasy. Speaking of Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy XII remaster is finally coming out on July 11. Called the Zodiac Age, this remaster will include the Zodiac job system that was only available in Japan all the way back in 2006 when the game came out. Though this game was also received various reviews, some liked it, some hated it. I believe it was not a bad Final Fantasy. It was special in its own way, but you could see that it was the start of a certain decline. I believe it was the first Final Fantasy that was not written by Hironobu Sakaguchi, and you could see it in the story. We continue with Eidos Montreal and Deus Ex. Some sources around Eidos Montreal told Kotaku and Eurogamer that the company was now putting the Deus Ex franchise on hold to concentrate on the upcoming Marvel superhero games. We know that Eidos is helping Crystal Dynamics on the multi-game production, including a Marvel game based on the Avengers, and that they are also probably working on the rumored project Shadow of the Tomb Raider that was leaked in the Montreal subway. And we also know that Square Enix now puts this partnership with Marvel in priority, even if we won't know more until 2018. Resident Evil 7, the game that only came out last week, is already cracked by pirates. The anti-piracy protections are now were turned off, and some pirates are now offering the game for download on torrents and other platforms. The game used De Novo, a strong anti-piracy program that used to give headaches to pirates, but they are now becoming more accustomed with it and can credit way faster than before. Fans are not big fan of this De Novo anti-piracy program because using it means that the player must rely on a third party to activate their games, and if there are some server problems at launch, it will mean you will not be able to play your game. And personally, I don't think that piracy affects sales that much. Most people I know who would do such things such as download a game for free instead of paying do it because they don't want to, not because they don't want to buy the game, but because they are unsure whether or not they would like this game and would never pay full price for it. If they were to buy it, it would probably be, in some $5 sales rack at your video game store, which is definitely not a loss for any developers. So yeah, I think we have to fight piracy to some point, but I don't believe it hurts sales that much. You think that people here are going crazy when they line up for the new iPhone? Well, it is nothing compared to the Japan PlayStation VR. They have so much trouble to comply with the demand that some retailers actually organize raffles to distribute them. So that means that even if you're the first in line, you might not get the device. Looking at that, I believe we are not that bad in America after all. We finish with Game of Thrones, not gaming related but of general interest for sure. Don't worry even if Season 7 will only be 7 episodes long. George R.R. Martin is apparently writing a new short story set in the world of Westeros as an upcoming fantasy anthology. This book should be containing 15 short stories set in that mythical world, including new stuff that Martin will wrote. Let's just hope here that this cake is not a lie, and that it won't only be the also long-awaited 6th book related to Game of Thrones that was first due to come out last year but then was delayed and should come out this year. So I guess we'll just see this summer. Thank you for watching. That's already all for today. Please subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. You can make donations on PayPal and Patreon if you want to encourage me. And don't miss the show From the Couch every Thursday afternoon. It's a geek show in which we discuss the actuality, the highlights of the week. It is live on YouTube every Thursday at 16 hours Eastern Time, 21 UTC. You can chat with us. There's a chat room. You can ask questions. We will answer you. It is live. It is pretty cool. Join us there. Thank you and have a good day.